add value to your thought process. A brand is not within the organization that it originates from. It is in the minds of your customers. It's not what you think your brand is. It's what the customer thinks your brand. Branding is all about staying in the customers.
This is the 67th episode of Dream 100 Show with Chetan Shivakumar, founder of Brew My brand. Welcome to Dream 100 Show, listener. I'm your host, Savita Hosamani. Each week, we interview today's most successful and inspiring business owners with winning teams who had the courage to chase their dreams in spite of all their challenges. Join us as we bring you everything that goes on in the minds of successful business owners during decision-making process and gain insights to make smarter decisions. In today's episode, we talk to Chetan Shivakumar, who heads the business development of Brew My brand. He has donned various hats in his business journey and has the expertise to deliver brand building strategies, marketing, and sales solutions with effective ROI. He is a great personal brand himself to reckon with. So let's hear it out from him as he shares amazing insights about branding, marketing, and sales right here, right now on Dream 100 Show podcast. A very, very warm welcome to Chetan Shivakumar as we get started. What brought you to this arena, like where you call it as business therapy? Because this is a new word. Everybody listens to different kinds of words, but business therapy is something which is a new concept to me as well. So I would like to know, what do you mean by business therapy?
Sure. First of all, I am really glad that you made this effort to probably find this business therapy in the vast area that I have put these two words into. I think you must have found it on LinkedIn or wherever you found it. But then I'd like to answer this question with a question. Why do you think that business therapy or therapy in general, why do you think it needs to be only for the ailing? That was my question. Why should we look at people that need therapy only because they are not doing well? Or why do we need therapy only because people claim that they have some kind of a trouble? I think we have overcome that phase in every aspect of life, be it personal or be it in business. Therapy is something where you can exchange ideas, is a place where you can gather more information. So, even if you're ailing and let's say you go to a therapist, what happens at that point? You're talking to somebody. And when you're talking to somebody, what happens? The person shares their experience with you. You share your experience with them, and they listen to you and they try and give you solutions. So if you're ailing, okay, you need therapy. But if you're doing good, also you need therapy. It's not that you are the be all end all just because you're doing well. You can do better with therapy. You can probably get more ideas. You may have become complacent also because you're doing so extremely well. You may not want to look at new ideas. So therapy here, I'm saying from my perspective, is something where you can only do better. Therapy is to only do better. And that's exactly where me and my business comes into play. We add value to your thought process. That's putting it in very simple terms.
As you were telling, the one thing that I could relate to was like fitness. Let's say if at all we do a 5K run and if at all I want to migrate to a 10K run. So that is where I need therapy. I mean, to actually go to the next level. So if we need to go to the next level, that is when therapy is needed. And that is where...
Simple as that. Does not have to be that you have to be sick to go to therapy. Okay. Doing 5K and doing 5K is not a joke. So if you want to do 10K, which it means you already have an ambition set. You already have a goal set. You already have these things set to do the 10K. How do you achieve that is what therapy is about. You're already doing $1 million or you're doing, a crore of business. How do you do the 5 crores? Or how do you do $5 million? So that's basically what we help and how we can enable people to do much better.
So how do you guys say now, if at all I as a client come to you and ask, okay, now I want to move to the next level. So what is the kind of diagnosis or...
Now you're putting me into a very tricky situation. But yeah, it's a good challenge thrown out to me in terms of what we would do. As an organization, we probably will first try and understand what you have been doing till now. We will try and assess the situation of what you have done correctly, where you think you have gone wrong. Now, when we ask somebody that, what have you done or what is it that you have done correctly, they are very happy to mention what they have done. But the minute we ask them, where have you gone wrong? They have no answers because they think that they have done extremely well. They have not done anything wrong. So we need to break that barrier where the person is, first of all, open to suggestions. They are open to accepting that they need some kind of a platform to take the leap to the next level. So that openness should come first. So we first discuss with the clients, what is it that they are looking for? What are the goals that they have? Why do they need to go to the next level in the first place? Why aren't you happy with what you're doing right? I mean, I think you have been given enough for your needs. You have everything. So why do you go for that? We have clients who still say that, no, we don't need marketing because we are getting enough business. We don't need marketing at all. Then there are some set of people who say, no, I've done everything. I don't need to do anything more. So, there are a whole lot of things. So primarily, understanding what the client needs is what we do. The second part of it is after the diagnosis, or I mean, in the ways we are able to understand, we communicate that back to the client, saying that, hey, these are some of the good things you have done. Let us try and work more on that. Here are some of the things that did not go too well with you, which you have accepted. Let us work better on that. And out of the 5 points that you have said you have not done well, let us see if we can make those two to come into the points where you have done well. And from there, we start taking it further. So this could be anything, right from marketing, or it could even be, empowering yourself. I'm a corporate trainer myself. I mean, I would call myself a life skill trainer. That's the new word. So I try and help people in terms of trying to understand their needs to go to the next level, and all these kind of good things. So I have a very unique preposition to many of the clients where I can talk of two very important investments. One is marketing, the other is manpower. So we can help your two M's to do much better and gain the vitamin M that you're looking for.
So all the important M's are in your basket.
Yes, it is all in my basket. But then, unfortunately, when I go to my clients with the whole basket, they get confused. Okay. Yeah, because I look like a gypsy trying to throw off a lot of things, and it looks like that I don't know what I'm offering my client. So that's exactly how Brew My brand came into the picture. The holding company's name is Integrain Creative. Okay, and Integrain Creative was formed with the idea that you engage with us and we will speak to your customers. It could be your employees or it could be your real customers. Both are customers at the end of the day. So whenever I would go and offer life skills or when I would go and offer branding, they would not buy any of my services. So I said, let me make it easier for my clients. So I said, Brew My brand will take care of everything that needs for marketing, brand building, and all the good stuff an organization needs to see the light of the day. I'm toying with the idea of setting up Brew My Mind. Yeah. So Brew My Mind is going to take care of all the things that is necessary for the mind in terms of making you a better individual, making your organization a better organization, and overall building the ecosystem.
Well, I think that's a very unique concept of starting from the mind, because again, it's the head of the organization who needs that kind of openness, and it starts percolating down to the last person.
So, in fact, even before I probably came to my mind right now, Savita, when I was talking to you, I used to teach in this university called ITM University. I used to teach for executive MBA students, and I used to teach them life skills and some marketing subjects too. So there I used to tell the students before they enter the class, please visually empty your jug from your mind. Make the jug in your mind empty. It's only then will you be able to reciprocate or receive what I'm trying to probably tell you. Because if your mind is full or your jug is full, there is no more water that can go into that. So end of the day, there is no win-win situation for either of us. I'm wasting my time trying to tell you something, and you're wasting your time because it's flying over your head. So always keep your mind empty. Doesn't mean be dumb. Please be open to suggestions. Please be open to thoughts. Please be open to certain things which may benefit you, which you don't know till date.
Very true. Now, let's say a person understands this concept that, yes, I have to go with an open mind, and they start off with taking in the strategies as suggested. And that is when they start seeing that, okay, now that I'm running a marketing campaign, but I'm generating leads. I mean, how do they come to the conclusion that the leads that they're generating are valid leads or quality leads? What should be the right message to the market where they say that, okay, I'm generating quality leads as well?
Savita, to answer this question, the minute you're getting leads, it means that your communication is reaching somewhere. Okay. Because if you were not getting leads, people would not have been calling you. That's what leads are, right? When someone calls you, is when your communication has reached them. Correct?
Hmm.
So now it is up to you as an organization to make sure that the lead which comes knocking on your door, you take them into your door and make sure that they are comfortable. Okay, so you have to be ahead of them. You have to be ahead of your customers. Because according to me, what I feel is that a brand is not within the organization that it originates from. It is in the minds of your customers. That's where a brand actually exists. It's not within the four walls of your company. It's not what you think your brand is. It's what the customer thinks your brand is. So you should be one step ahead and know what your customer wants. You should have already reached your customer's shoes and walked in your customer's shoes a mile. Not wearing his shoes. Wear his shoes and walk a mile. That's what you should be able to do. So when you get a lead, you should be proactive enough to say that, okay, this person is knocking on my organization's door. And therefore, these are the things that I had already told him, based on which he has called me back. Now, let me see how I can make him more comfortable in my house. In my house, I mean in my organization. It could be the client may want probably very good customer service, after sales service. The client may want durability. The client may want so many things. Have you thought of that as an organization? So generating leads is not the big thing to do, because you can buy leads. Is that what you want? You don't want that. You want something where it is going to convert into revenue. It's going to eventually convert into profits. I can go into the market and buy a database of so many records, call on maybe a million of them, and then end of the day, I may get 100 of them. Are they quality leads? Is that getting me the conversion I want? Is it getting me the profit I want? Is something I have to ask myself. So we as a marketing agency keep getting blamed for that sometimes. And it's so very depressing many a times, because they say we paid you X amount of money. We got these many leads, or we did not get any leads. So what are you doing as a marketing? I mean, me as a marketing agency feels like standing up and saying, what are you doing as an organization for your clients? Eventually, that's basically what we should be saying. The organization should also be proactive and say that, okay, we are engaging a marketing agency. Therefore, these are the things that we should do for our clients to make sure that they are back in our basket. It could be even clients that are coming back to you. It does not have to mean that everyone who knocks on your door are new clients. You can even get loyal customers who have enjoyed your product and want to enjoy it more. And just because they have interacted with you once, they would like to see where you stand at this point in time after they moved on with you. So there are going to be even those kind of people who come back. And we
Mhm.
need to make sure that everybody are taken care of. That's the most important thing. And here I would say customer centricity is the most crucial part of it. Generating leads, anybody can do that. It is when the leads come knocking on your door. Even if you get 100 leads and that's not giving you profits, but if you get one lead and that converts into a loyal customer and you get your profits, that is an effective lead, according to me.
Mhm. This is a very good insight, like walking the mile of the customer proactively. I think that's a huge takeaway because usually people think only like until they knock the doors, but one step ahead is very, very thought
and and
provoking.
then, and then eventually people start blaming the sales team. I'm a sales professional all my life, and I know, where they say, well, the marketing team generated so many leads. What have you converted? When I go and sit in front of the customer and I'm telling him, he says that guy is doing so much more. Your competition is doing so much more. I need a price. I need your product to be given to me at this price. So there is price, there is product, there is packaging. There are so many things which the organization does not want to think of. And they eventually, of course, blame the salespeople. We'll take it. But to what point? There's eventually going to be a burnout, and then we're going to feel really, really depressed.
Mhm.
Instead, can can the organization sit with the marketing team, sit with the sales team and the management, and figure out what you need to do, what the three departments need to do to nail that one client? If not all the 100 leads, at least one lead. Let us all three collaborate to achieve what we want to do, and then multiples will happen on its own.
Awesome, because usually people consider marketing as a different activity, sales as a different activity.
Absolutely, absolutely. And end of the day, marketing and sales are always at loggerheads. We are always fighting with one another. You
Hmm.
generated Bhagwan's leads, you are going and meeting the wrong people. So it's one jolly good scenario that we are in right now.
Mhm. How do you think a brand recall occurs, either in the form of marketing or in case you would have served the customer once, many a time a small value would have been sold and we would have forgotten the customer. But if they come back after, say, 5 years or 10 years, somewhere that brand recall has happened. So, what should an organization do to stay in the customer's mind?
Like I told you, branding is all about staying in the customers. Do whatever it takes to be in his mind. I mean, that's basically your goal. That's basically what you should do. And more importantly, if it is the way you are saying that a customer has enjoyed your service at one point in time and coming back to you, please leave all the other 100 leads and focus on this client, because this is the person who's going to get you additional reference. Word of mouth is the biggest salesperson, the most effective salesperson you can ever have. Brew My Brand is fortunate. Honestly, I mean, I'm not trying to blow my trumpet, but Brew My Brand is an organization which has grown by reference. My friend refers me to a couple of his friends. My focus or my suggestion to anyone is to make sure that the client that comes knocking on your door once again is the goose that's laying the golden egg, and don't run away from that. Please take any of their suggestions with a pinch of salt if it is too salty, or with a pinch of sugar if it's sweet. Take it and work on that. That's going to take you on a different tangent altogether and make you feel much better as an organization, as an individual too.
Organization starts building a brand, what are the three mistakes that they should avoid?
Samita, there are no mistakes. I mean, I would not say that there are mistakes. Today, mistakes is again not the right word to use. So maybe learnings are is a better word to use. Everyone's looking at things positively. Yeah, the learnings that you can probably focus upon is that don't take your customers for granted. Always be aware that your customers have a choice. It's not possible for you to be a monopoly today. There was a time where monopoly did exist, but today people are spoiled for choice. So the most important thing you should not be doing is, as a business, is taking your customers for granted. I have given him rock bottom price. I have offered him a price which probably no one else has offered. You may be thinking that you have done everything 100% that he wants, but there could be your competitor who might have just pulled the carpet under your feet with something completely different which you did not think of. So what is it that you should probably do is be in touch with your customer at every possible situation, even to the extent of a fault. Go to that extent where sometimes you may annoy the customer. Don't annoy him to the extent where he completely switches off from you, but try sending him information. Try giving him more information as to why he should use your services. The second most important thing is don't run down your competition ever. Don't ever run down your competition and say, I am better than him. Say how you are better, or how you as a business is good. Why your customer should employ you, or should engage with you, or should buy your products. Make sure that the customer sees that value in you. So I would say these, if you have these two in mind, then the other things marketing agencies like us will take care. So, so, just be proactive and make sure that your customer is always in your mind. So I think that's it.
Mhm. We would like to know, like, what is so unique about Brew My Brand that
Yeah.
people should approach?
Oh my God, you're pulling the carpet every other time below my feet. We are a kind of a marketing agency where we are more into collaborative and a connective approach. So if you look at the things we probably offer our clients would be digital marketing is one part of it, branding, building of a website, all the other good stuff that an organization needs is something that we do by default. But then there are times when a client needs something which they have not thought of, or they have not really put their minds into. We step in and we do that for them as well. So, for example, in the United States, there was a client who was selling these wireless lamps, table lamps, and they had a multi-dock charging station. It was a very, very unique product, Savita, and very nice product too. And what happened was they were focusing very heavily on the online sales, Amazon sales, and all these things. So I took the initiative and said, why not I do some ground sales for you? I went and spoke to a couple of people and tried putting up their products in salons or coffee shops and these kind of places, just to build traction and just to make sure that the product is more visible. This was an initiative we took ourselves. The client did not ask us to do it. We took it on our own and we made sure that the product was visible to many of the people. So this is one example I'm giving you where we go the extra mile. If our client needs anything else, we try and make sure that the client calls us first. If probably they want to invite a chief guest. Some of the clients call us and say that, hey, do you have any connects? So what I'm trying to say is, if the client is thinking of something new, Brew My brand is the brew that will go to their mind first. So that
Awesome.
is the Chetan
Go
is someone
to.
that I would like to connect first, and then if I say no, it's not possible, then probably they look elsewhere. Or if I can, I probably refer them to somebody else. If it's not in our arena to do it, or we're not able to do it, I certainly refer them to some other people. And my referrals have also worked very well with many clients. So yeah, it's kind of a give and take. We really have. So I very strongly believe in connectivity and collaboration. These are very two important aspects I have always believed.
Mm-hmm. The two C's, the two most important
The
C's.
two C's, the two M's, the two. I try giving the tools to everything. So yeah.
Awesome. One more thing that I would want to know is walking the middle path with clients. So, do you bring in spirituality as well?
Just because I say path, it doesn't have to mean spirituality, Savita. But the reason I say middle path is because I don't want to say I'm the best. The minute I say I'm the best, a lot of complacency sets in. The very energy that I'm trying to give out now maybe spirituality is showing, but then the very energy that I give out when I say I'm the best makes it look like my glass is not empty. I have no place to fill in any more suggestions. So I always try and say that I am second best or the third best because I am still open to learning. Brew My brand is always in the constant process of learning. We do make mistakes even now. We are in the process of, my team is always busy trying to learn new things and to execute it with clients. We experiment. So if we are the best, we may not have that opportunity. So I try and say that if we don't oscillate between the two extremes, we walk the middle path, be it by way of solutions, be it by way of our fees that we charge our clients, even sometimes to by the way of the mistakes we make. Maybe the creativity is not as good as you may want it to be, as the clients want it to be. So we do accept our mistakes and we definitely learn from it and we grow from it. So that's basically what I mean by a middle path.
Okay, because Buddha has a middle path. That is where I just wanted to
If
understand.
Buddha was here in the interview, he would have also been upset. Oh my God, people are talking my language all over again.
So, since you interact with people in the US as well as in India, what would be your message to people, to both the kind of people who do business here as well as here, I mean, in India as well as in US? Do you find any differences, or do you feel that people are the same everywhere?
People are the same everywhere. I mean, the human mindset is the same everywhere. Just that certain elements may vary from country to country. I think that's pretty much what it is. But everywhere they want value for their money. Everywhere they want value for their money. Everywhere they want quality work. Everywhere they want to make sure that their message is heard. They want to beat competition. It's one it's one merry-go-round. I can say a very nice environment all over. So I have no message for anyone, neither in the United States nor in India. Business has to do well, business has to thrive, and we need to take those steps that is needed to make sure that your product is heard. And the only thing that I would probably emphasize at this point in time for between both the continents or between both the countries is to focus on research, strategy, and creativity.
Wow.
These are the three very important things in any part of the world.
Mhm.
Without research, you can't even take the next step. Without strategy, you can take the creative step. And without these two, creativity will not open up. So you need these three things as the base, and then you can build your dreams as you go through. That's pretty
Mhm.
much it.
Mhm. Awesome. So we almost come to the end of this conversation. I would like to understand what has been your biggest learning in all these years.
My biggest learning, Savita, would be, I think to a very large extent, it would be, I would say, patience. Patience has been something that I am third or fifth best in all the time. I'm not even there. I don't think I'm in even the fifth place. I have very little patience levels because I want to see things happening faster. But every time I try and hit the throttle, I kind of see that things do not happen the way I want it to happen. Everything has its time and place. We need to always look forward to the threshold, which there is something that you will not get before your time is right?
Mhm.
So we need to be patient on that. We need to make sure that we are doing the right things. And that has been my learning all through, always.
Mhm. Awesome. So, if people want to connect with you, how do they get in touch with you?
I have my email. You can go onto the website. It's brewmybrand.com, brewmybrand.com. You have a WhatsApp number there. You can call us on that number. It's 602-373-5727. I will respond to you. And based on your requirements, I will have my team connect with you to make sure that you guys are comfortable and we are on the same page.
Mhm. Great.
Absolutely thrilled and elated to have been sharing a little bit of knowledge that I have. And I'm
Mhm.
really grateful for this platform. I hope your platform sees a lot more successes, and good luck to all of you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It was wonderful, really wonderful, because at the end of the day, all this has been your experiential insights, which has been given as precious pearls of wisdom, which I'm sure anybody who is listening, everybody will have a takeaway for in this conversation.
I hope I have added some value somewhere. I look forward to it. Yeah.
Lot of value, because getting a blend of both marketing and sales in one package.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm very proud to say that I can do that very, very well. So yeah, that's
Mhm.
something we can really take care of that if someone wants us to. And we're
Mhm.
doing it for some of our clients, so they are happy.
Awesome. I thank Chetan Shivakumar from the bottom of my heart for sharing his experiential insights. Here are my top 7 takeaways. My first takeaway: business therapy is also for businesses who are doing well, wish to do better, and go to the next level. My second takeaway is: be open to suggestions and accept that you need it so as to take the leap to the next level. My third takeaway: when marketing and manpower is taken care, then money gain will also happen eventually. My fourth takeaway: think ahead for your customer by walking in the customer's shoes for a mile. My fifth takeaway: marketing, sales, and management has to work collaboratively for conversions that will lead to profitability. My sixth takeaway: do not take your customers for granted. My seventh takeaway: research, strategy, and creativity are the main ingredients for building our dreams. Thank you so much for all these wonderful insights. Never lose out on an opportunity to learn about cultivating your inner strengths on Dream 100 Show. We strongly believe that life is just a play. We win some, we lose some, we miss some, and we mess with some. So enjoy your journey and play to the fullest. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Dream 100 Show. And now make a smart decision of taking the next step towards building your trust and your dreams. Don't forget to subscribe to Dream 100 Show and leave a review on Apple Podcast. Share your biggest takeaways with us and follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. For more details, shoot an email to us. This is Savita signing off and catch you soon in our next episode.